Chandler at small forward with Milton. Oh!
Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that?
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Jokic with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
James is unreal in fast break situations, impossible to contain when he's off and running.
It's been a slow start here for Denver. 7-point differential. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had to figure out to take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Love outside. DJ sets the screen for Love. Wade kicks to Love. There's a good screen. Chandler against James. Over Chandler. 5 to shoot. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
They've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Nelson kicks to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
And that one hits back iron. The Cavaliers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And it's Wade in the corner. Down low. Pass to LeBron. Second chance shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Chandler.
Well, it's clear that James is already an all-time great, a champion, a surefire Hall of Famer unless you're an idiot.
You know, Chris, LeBron took a lot of heat going to Miami, but when he played with the Heat, he said he learned a lot how to win there. And certainly the results show with 2 championships and 4 NBA Finals.
The fans in Cleveland, they should be happy that he left, learned how to win there in Miami under a great leader like a Pat Riley, and came back and brought that knowledge to Cleveland and won their first championship. I'm sure all is forgiven now.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from James.
Well, LeBron James can do everything on a basketball court. It's his passing that's always stood out to me. His vision at his size, I mean, historically great.
Nelson kicks to Harris. Pass to Millsap. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And you lump in LeBron with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird when you talk about players 6'8", 6'9", who can control a game, Chris, simply with their passing.
Well, yeah, don't forget about yours truly, but he can pick you apart. He sees over the top of defenses, and he throws bullet passes that leave the defense no time to recover.
DJ dishes to Thomas, and now it's a double-digit lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately really is unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Turner comes in for James. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap. Martin's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And Murray's subbed in for Harris.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Rose gets a wide open look. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Murray, the pass to Plumlee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. D-Wade out there with Thomas. And it's DJ in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the 76ers was outstanding. He scored 20 points, and he was locked in with a strong shooting night from both the floor and the free throw line. He played a tremendous all-around game, and you'd love to see that type of effort. We'll see if he can maintain that kind of energy tonight.
All right, David, thank you.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they dominate.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Jokic a screen. Chandler with the ball. Picked up by Love. From 15 feet away. No good off the front iron.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
There may have been a reason he was open there. The D seemed content to let him test that shot. Tad outside of his range.
Harris kicks to Murray. Harris a screen on Thomas. Chandler a screen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DJ.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Well, some big men in the league who are just superb at swatting away balls. Guys that you think right now are the best rim protectors, Chris, in the league.
Well, I think there's 3, and it's a no-brainer with these 3. I think one of the most intimidating, or the most intimidating, you have to go to DeAndre Jordan. He is the most athletic big man I've ever seen in my time in playing basketball. With his length and his size, he can get up and block a shot quick. He can even get out there and guard some guards. We've seen him move laterally. Hassan Whiteside, this big fella has really improved his game, is really focused, gotten better in the offseason, and it's not something crazy to see him have a 10-block game. So I love seeing him. And then Rudy Gobert, we've seen him come on and become that inside dominant force for the Utah Jazz. So those 3 to me, really don't have one that stands out, but those 3 to me are the best on the defensive end when we're talking about big men defending.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Oh, there's no slowing down LeBron. Even if you hit him on the drive, he fends it off well with the strength.
Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Murray kicks to Millsap. The 3. That shot is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
The first one falls.
It's easy to admire the heart DJ plays with. He continues to add new wrinkles to his game over time.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Turner comes in for James. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Nelson dishes to Barton. Screen by Fareed. Now here's Barton, guarded closely. The layup off target. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Turner kicks to DJ. Wells passes to DJ. Plumlee with some nice D.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T. Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
So on the floor for Denver. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Nelson is out there with Gary Harris. And it's Chandler in at the small forward. Thomas kicks to Wade. Inside, he's looking for LeBron and finds it. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Love kicks to DJ. It's stolen by Harris. Over in the corner, Chandler. Nelson outside. Here's Jokic. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Jokic just got 8 points.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
But he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation. And this Cavaliers team, for all his talent, rarely in league history has a superstar yielded so much control is built around LeBron James.
For Cleveland, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And LeBron not shy about making his voice heard when it comes to moves he feels the Cavs need to make.
He wants to win. His understanding of the game isn't just limited to his part to play, but also the pieces around him as well.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field now.
And DJ gets it to go on the assist by James. And it's 8 points for DJ. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Thomas over to help. Harris against Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Nelson kicks to Jokic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. They're running. Here's Love. And the jumper off target to finish the break.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Denver with the triple.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player is to have their jersey retired. The Kings retired your number 4. What does an honor like that feel like? What does that mean to you?
Man, it meant so much to have my jersey retired. I was there with my family, my wife, my brothers, sisters, parents, and everyone. And so it was just a really, really great moment. You know, when you're playing the game, you can really, you say enjoy the process, but you never really can really enjoy it day to day because you're always thinking ahead, trying to get better. And so it was just a really cool moment to sit back and think about all the positive things we did in the city, for the city, and definitely for the game of basketball. So it was a great feeling, and, you know, Sacramento forever. I thank them for that, and I love them there.
Wonderful years, indeed. Offensive rebound.
I'm not sure if he was trying to show off or what, but he made an easy shot 10 times more difficult by fading away.
Rose dishes to DJ. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites two former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest. And back in high school, Isaiah Thomas used to ride the train down to Portland and stay the weekend at the Love's family house. For those two, teaming up once again at this level, that's pretty surreal.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Plumlee with the screen. Off the screen. Here's Fareed. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Kicks it to Korver. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Turner. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
Nelson kicks to Plumlee. Fareed setting the pick for Barton. He dishes it to Nelson. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. And it's blocked.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Turner with the steal. Nelson with the steal. Fareed, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. The Nuggets have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Both free throws good from Kenneth Fareed. And here are the Cavaliers now. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You won't always bring your A game, but I think that loss last season surprised them. It may motivate them for this one.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Still coming up.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. DJ is checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for Channing Frye. James checked in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Evan Turner. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Hernan Gomez. Fareed comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Paul Millsap's checked in for Murray. And Harris subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Wells is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's DJ in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And DJ throws it down.
I'll tell you what, whether it was Steve Nash, whether it was my boy Jay Will or Mike Bibby, when you're open, LeBron James finds you in no time. Terrific recognition. You love playing with guys like that.
Barton passes to Fareed. Harris kicks to Fareed. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. That one goes. Count it. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Wells is running. Out left to the wing. Thomas dishes to LeBron. He kicks it to DJ. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Harris. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight will make it 46.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DJ.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Wells in the corner. Outside Thomas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Turner comes in for James. And it's Korver in for Wells. Turner passes to Thomas, and there's the feed to DJ. Outside for Korver. And DJ with the basket on the assist by Thomas.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away.
Sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Another double-double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
Well, you know, I try and come out and help the team get a win whenever I can. I know we're at our best when I'm cleaning up missed shots and, you know, finishing plays. And it's all about getting wins. And if a double-double is what it takes, then, you know, that's what I'll give to the team.
Well, it's what it took tonight. Congrats on the win. Guys?
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Oh, there he is. DJ Buckets, boy. I see you out there. Ah, you killing it, man.
Thanks,
you killing it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Nike.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. Cleveland comes into this one after the win against the Nuggets at Pepsi Center, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. Tonight, we'll get to see a player who might be walking away with Rookie of the Year honors when that time comes. And is DJ the guy?
Oh, he's the guy. He's just got to keep putting up big numbers, but he is the guy. He's the front runner right now for that honor. No question about it. I am a fan of DJ.
Right now, yes, he's the guy, but anything can happen. The way he's been playing is his award to lose, Ernie.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan will have the call, and we'll see you later.
Hey, DJ, man, I've been thinking.
That's never a good thing.
Hey, no, for real. It's as simple as this. Pizza is every kid's favorite food.
Okay.
Alvin is everyone's favorite chipmunk. And we are the favorites to win the title this season, baby.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right? I'm just trying not to jinx anything, that's all.
Hey, you know he's right about that, though.
Jinx? What is this, like 5th grade?
Yeah, man, what you think? Dave doesn't know Alvin is the best chipmunk?
Bruh.
You think he worried about jinxing him? Nope. He knows Alvin's coming correct.
What is it with you and Alvin and the chipmunks?
Good, man, they're adorable.
The little ones.
Make sure to pick up your official NBA programs. Get player stats, find schedules, and read interviews with the NBA players. Programs are located at all entrances to the stadium.
And ladies and gentlemen, they serve here for the King Backpack Giveaway Game. Ages 14 and older receive their very own futures-inspired backpack. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game with compliments. One another was happy to get a picture with the mascot Bulldog and the Cavalier girls. We've got NBA and with pre.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I mean, you can blame front offices all you want, but I don't think anybody saw this type of development coming from DJ this fast. The sky is the limit for this kid.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Of course, the teams that are postseason locks, they have to choose whether to rest starters or play those starters to maintain their momentum. Is momentum something, as a former player, that you can turn on and off?
You know what, Kevin? I think this is a fine balancing act for both the coaches and the players. If your playoff position is secured and you have an opportunity to try to find some rest creatively without sacrificing, obviously, the momentum you've built up over the 82 games, it's important that you take it. But how you choose to do that is important. Do you give a game off, or do you perhaps reduce minutes over the course of a game? Individual organization decisions, typically, and a lot of it has to do with the personnel. How experienced are they as NBA players? That has to be part of the equation.
A lot to balance, for sure. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Now Jackson, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. 4 on the clock. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's deflected. Outside for Jackson. Off target with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
You know, that's what you like to see from Love, fighting inside to get a score off a missed opportunity.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson kicks to Lure. Harris outside. So the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. That's short off the rim. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pulls it up. And that one's good. DJ.
Boy, what a quick trigger on that jump shot. That's what you want from DJ, right? No hesitation. Just catch it and shoot it.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
And Lure gets it to go.
Well, Kev, Avery Bradley seeing the floor so well. This guy has improved in every phase of the game.
And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by DJ. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Isaiah Thomas with the beautiful theft. How about his ability to impact both sides of the floor?
And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scout report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless, looking to improve.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Denver.
Yeah, terrific performance, really synced on both sides of the ball.
Well, especially offensively. The chemistry these guys have is infectious, and it really shows.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, that's how you like to see DJ finish a drive, not holding anything back, send a message.
1:52 left here in the first quarter. Smith with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Galloway. He feeds it to Drummond. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Sinks the 3-pointer. Galloway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because
the Cavaliers leading by 5. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. John Lure's out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Kennard in at the 3. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it. If you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people, because there's so much scoring, and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to that.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Nuggets just played phenomenal. He scored 20 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And we know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that, guys, in that performance again here tonight?
I tell you what, I know he believes he can. His confidence right now is sky high, and he doesn't think there's anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he can be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
Here's James, and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Now, guys, this is superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. On the free throw, no good. And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals door as his streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
I like this aggressiveness from him. He saw an opportunity and did not hesitate.
Bradley kicks to Jackson. Over Thomas. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Jackson.
Defensively, Kev, it's very hard to impact the shot from the mid-range when you're giving up that many inches as a defender.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 6.
Well, Isaiah Thomas has a great stroke. The guy can fill it up from downtown.
Here's Jackson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. DJ kicks to James, and LeBron throws it down.
Boy, Kev, what a feed. That's what you get from DJ, someone who understands where to put the basketball and when.
The feed now to Harris. Passes to Bradley. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Timeout called Cleveland. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really, they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, you know, I didn't sense any urgency on their part. They did just enough to win, but I don't think they can come away feeling great about the way they did it.
Smith kicks to Lewis, and Crowder comes up to help. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Gentlemen, DJ diving into the classics, knocking twice on the pipes on that rejection.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for DJ. And Turner's subbed in for LeBron. Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. Langston Galloway comes in for Bradley. In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter bet. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group. Start the second half for Tyronn Lue. Love outside. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
LeBron outside. DJ dishes to Wade. It's DJ atop the key. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, what a nice, strong finish. DJ not taking any chances with that one.
And LeBron trying to make the most of his championship window, Doris. But does the age of the Cavalier role players shorten that window, do you think?
Well, I think it's a great question. And you could look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, and they put among their reserves young developing players, and that helps to extend their run. With the Cavs, it seems to be more of a now or never approach.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old-school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. LeBron outside. And the officials call a traveling violation. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for the Cavaliers.
I'll tell you what, their guards have certainly pulled their weight on the glass, helping the big secure it. It's something that coaches harp on all the time. Team rebounding has certainly been one of the positives here tonight.
Jackson passes to Lure. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
From deep, James drops in the tray. James has got 11 points.
Remarkable catch and shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball.
Jackson kicks to Harris. Over James. Harris misses.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Thomas, no luck.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by DJ. Harris outside. He dishes it to Drummond. Puts up a three. Lure can't hit. The Cavaliers trailing. On the wing, James. Guarded by Harris. Count it, and the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Jay Crowder comes in for LeBron. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Smith outside. Marjanovic, a screen on Crowder. Johnson, the pass to Marjanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Pistons have shot a good. Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Marjanovic is out there with John Lure. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Galloway in at the 2 spot. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Cleveland. And he knocks down the first one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Rose kicks to Crowder. Back to Rose to tie it up. And it's Lure with the rebound. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Smith. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
Cleveland moving the ball around. The screen from Thompson. Crowder dishes to Rose. One-on-one here. Here's Smith. Got a hand on it, but they get it back. Kicks it out to Bradley. Over to the wing. Lure. His three-pointers off the mark. Well, Cleveland shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Now, here's DJ. He's tightly guarded.
DJ not allowing the defense to dictate the action. Instead, he goes on the attack, drives the lane, and forces the foul.
At the line for your Cavaliers, DJ. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, Cavs coach Tyronn Lue grew up in the small town of Mexico, Missouri. He saw it all at a young age, good and bad.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Jay Crowder. Wade, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And Coach Tyronn Lue credits the influence of his hometown on teaching him how to live life.
Right, Kev. He says it taught him the things to do and the things not to do in life. He was straight as an arrow during his pro career. Never once got a technical in 11 years of playing. Quite remarkable.
The Pistons have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Wade. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pistons leading. On the wing, Harris. Covered by LeBron. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
To take the lead. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Jon Leuer.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
Here's Thomas. To take the lead, James knocks it loose.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Bradley, no one around him. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Oh, you love how Avery Bradley is prepared in big moments to cash in on any opportunity.
Here's Love. He trains the quick shot.
And this is why they feed the ball to Kevin Love in these circumstances. He's so comfortable making big-time shots.
Drummond with a screen on Wade. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Harris. Jackson against Thomas. He kicks it to DJ. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
I love how DJ just takes over these big possessions. He wants the ball in his hands when things are tight.
They set the screen. Bradley passes to Drummond, and he converts the layup. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
Now, a really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Harris kicks to Bradley. Over Wade. A putback. Connects.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Count it!
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
For 3, Love sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And he's just putting the team on his back when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence when taking these big shots?
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Unbelievable. King James with ice water in his veins. An absolutely breathtaking player.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 1. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel...
As we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. This was a big win for you, and with the playoff berth now guaranteed, you can start getting ready for the postseason. How excited are you for the playoffs?
Oh, we are very, very excited. I mean, the postseason is something that we strive for all year, and there's a reason why we call it the second season. I mean, we know the games will get tougher and the intensity will pick up, but we'll do everything in our power to prepare for what lies ahead.
It certainly ratchets up in the postseason, but you guys look like you're ready. Congrats, guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying,
woo, baby. That was a good one, huh? Woo.
Woohoo! Man, this must be what jewel thieves feel like after the heist.
Man, I would love to be a jewel thief. Just start the car, bro.
You know what's funny? When I was a kid watching ball, I used to love close games. Fans still love them, I guess. Me, I just hate them. I'd rather we just blow teams out.
You know, that's great veteran advice. Why don't we just blow teams out? Why didn't I think of that? You know, that would really revolutionize the game of basketball. If we just blew teams out.
Wouldn't it?
That simple.
Just blow teams out.
See, Boo-Boo stands by it.
Yo, what's up, man?
Let's get everyone over here and get started.
Switch!
Play it like you got something to prove. I like it.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Excellent work, DJ. Let's keep it up next time.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Oh, right here. Let's do it. Switch. Shot. I got your help. Shut up. Woo! Yeah. Swing. What's the roll? Hey, help. I got your help. Watch the screen. Drop it, baby. Screen coming. Screen coming. Ball, huh?
Get the flow going, guys. Let's go.
Hey, hit me up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Nike.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, coming into this game with 8 consecutive losses, frustration mounting. They desperately need a win just to regain some confidence. Well, guys, so much of what Kevin Love can do on the floor doesn't even show up on the stat sheet. One thing you
at shooting time. And the other, stop.
We are live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
This team has already played well, and it really does believe that it can get its business taken care of on the road also. So they don't have any worries when they go away from home. They have a trust that they can get the job done.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's DJ in at the center position.
Well, a good job around the rim of Jokic getting in great position and then using his huge frame to snatch up that rebound.
We're toward the end of the year now. Some clear playoff teams need to choose between playing injured starters, be earning a higher seed, or Brent, more importantly perhaps, resting up and being truly healthy for the playoffs. Which is more important? That's a tough one.
I think you have to really start to look at the team, Kevin, in the construct of veteran players versus young players. What kind of experience collectively have they had in the postseason? At some point, if you have a veteran team, the health of your team is most important. You always have faith that whatever you do on a nightly basis as a veteran team, that your game will travel. So I think teams lean on the side of health this time of year.
Wade gets the bucket.
Even with all of those live bodies in the paint, Dwayne Wade finds a way to muscle that one in.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nelson dishes to Harris. Chandler kicks to Jokic. Clock at 4. They double him with LeBron. Got a piece of it.
That block right there, all about persistence, DJ. No, that just happened. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Nelson from outside. They grab their own miss. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Now DJ following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The drive by James. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
And the first one drops. And when it's all said and done, Brent, do you think LeBron James goes down as the most versatile player in NBA history?
There's no doubt about it, Kevin. If you talk about a player that had the consistent dominance that LeBron James had in every facet of the game, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, it's been a remarkable run for him. And when he steps between those sidelines, there's really nothing that he cannot do.
At the elbow, it's DJ. And DJ throws it down. And news coming out that DJ will be gracing the cover of NBA 2K19. I assume that is some sort of video game or something. And that this is a big deal. But to be honest, Greg, I've never heard of it before.
To be honest, it seems like that company has gotten a little desperate for attention if they are putting an undrafted player like DJ on their cover. The whole thing smells like a marketing stunt to me, partner.
And here is LeBron after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. James, the pass to DJ. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You see LeBron just shrug off that contact there. It's like nothing even hit him.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Fareed comes in for Wilson Chandler. Martin's checked in for Gary Harris. And Murray subbed in for Nelson. And then for Cleveland, Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Wells comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Thomas. Rose with the double team. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Martin from outside, and no good that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
But it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Rose has got the ball. Count it. Rose has got his first basket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Outside Millsap. Inside. It's deflected. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Wells is running, pushing their lead to double digits.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Murray dishes to Plumlee. And here's Barton. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. He feeds it to Fareed. Drills the baseline jumper.
You really like to see Fareed making the shot and expanding his range just a little bit.
LeBron kicks to DJ. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. DJ's got his second bucket. Now here's Murray. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. With a platoon swap here on the floor. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Brett, you don't think of the Nuggets as being a especially good outside shooting team.
Well, I think for them, Kevin, a lot of the guys who they are hoping can shoot the ball develop into more consistent shooters. Jamal Murray is talked about with the Denver Nuggets as having one of the more sweeter shooting strokes, and Gary Harris continues to work on it. So making a conscious effort to improve not just the shots and the makes, but maybe the shot selection of this young ball club.
Chandler at small forward with Millsap before. Gary Harris is out there with Nelson, and it's Jokic in at center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He scored 14 points and did his work from both lines, hitting from beyond the arc and from the foul line. He was great in every facet of the game. Afterward, his coach couldn't stop praising the effort. Kevin will see if he maintains that inspiration tonight.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That's why guys love lining up to play with DJ. Keep moving, get open, he'll find you. Sensational feat.
Nelson kicks to Jokic. Right side Millsap. Good D by James.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. The Nuggets trail by 16. And stolen by DJ. The drive by Wade, and he banks in the layup. Wade's got 6 points in the quarter.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Here's Jokic, and that's not going to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cavaliers lead by 18. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, two of the areas that we knew coming into this game.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's DJ in at the 5 down low.
Amazing to think about where Paul Millsap's game has come throughout the course of his career. I remember that the first season for him in Utah, just shooting 3 3-pointers. Now he's to the point where he's averaging close to about 250 throws from the three-point line. So his skill at that forward spot on full display in today's NBA.
And Millsap has become vastly superior as a shooter and playmaker.
Well, coming into the league and being drafted by Utah, he was an effort player. Those efforts have paid off. First ever player, Kevin, to lead the NCAA in rebounding for 3 straight seasons at that size, and now one of the league's most coveted and skilled big men on both ends of the floor.
The Nuggets trail by 18, and the foul called on DJ. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Thomas kicks to Love. The dish now to DJ. Back to Love. DJ sets the screen for Love. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Denver calls timeout. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Fareed's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Harris. And it's Jamal Murray in for Nelson. Cleveland leading by 18. Over the past couple years, Brent, we've seen coaches like Steve Kerr and Brad Stevens take more of an even-tempered approach. Could that become a coaching trend going forward?
Well, I like that both Steve and Brad have some very good players. That would keep me calm too, Kevin.
Yes, it would. You begin right there. I agree.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a shift in what it is that the generation of the younger players has grown up with. And coaches that have the ability to communicate always, Kevin, are going to come out on top. They get their message through, they keep their team positive, and they keep their environment pointed in the direction that is moving forward.
Excellent.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Crowder, the pass to DJ. Yes, that goes in. DJ's got 8 points.
He's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
Chandler kicks to Millsap. Shoots over Crowder, and Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Chandler. And the Cavaliers call time here. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Nelson kicks to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 10 points for DJ.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now Thomas. The second chance effort. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Cleveland, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Cavaliers shooting a superb 63% from the field. Jameer Nelson is out there with Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The shot by Chandler wide open. Off target from three-point range. Now the feed to DJ. Jokic with the steal. And now Nelson running the floor all by himself. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And here are the Nuggets now. To the middle. And Jokic slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Wade against Harris. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wade. And here they come.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And Thomas over to help. Jokic with his screen on LeBron. Jokic a screen. Knocked away. Down low. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Well, Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position, but he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Fareed is checked in. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal. Due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team, that approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside Thomas. James sets the screen for Thomas. Love against Fareed. Love dishes to DJ. Rebound by the Nuggets. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Nuggets trail by 18. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Nelson, the pass to Harris. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Baseline try. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Thomas kicks to DJ. The shot that time, not on target. Good defense by Jokic. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And Wade slams it in.
And when Wade gets out on the break like that, he can still definitely rise up to the rim.
1:52 left in the fourth. Jokic a screen. And the foul called on DJ. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. NBA official, NBA referee, Brent, has to be one of the toughest jobs in the world. There's been a lot of talk about adding an official to the court. Would that make a difference?
You know, I'm thinking, Kevin, that's like asking 4 of my buddies to add a 5th guy to go out and they're all single. That means there's another guy I got to compete with. So maybe we don't have another set of eyes on the NBA game. Lots of physicality, lots of pushing and shoving. You may see more foul calling, which will slow down the tempo and the rhythm of the game. I'm not sure that's the best idea for the league.
So then adding the Secaucus and the extra eyes in New York to look at calls, I think that might take the place of adding the official.
I think the league has done a great job, Kevin, having Secaucus now have the ability to make some of those calls to help speed up what we do with regards to the replay.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, DJ.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Hey, Brent, we know that speed is at a premium these days, but so are analytics. Talk about some of the guys who are both quick and extremely efficient.
I think about a couple guys at the point guard position, because that's normally you say quick, that's where your head goes, Kevin. So Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys that is just a blur. Once he crosses half court, he's going to counterpunch you in some way. And then Steph Curry in Golden State, you have to come out to 30 feet to guard what Steph's going to do. But there are also guys who are deceptive with their quickness, and the way that C.J. McCollum manipulates a pick-and-roll set and gets himself into the mid-range. Those guys are pretty good at what they do, exercising that quickness along with efficiency.
It's tipped. Here's Chandler. The Cavaliers leading by 22.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous